Are you finding that simple things like walking up the stairs feel harder than they used to? Maybe you're noticing your legs feel weak or unsteady, making you worry about trips or falls. And those nighttime leg cramps. Oh, they can be so painful, waking you up from a sound sleep or hitting you when you least expect it. Right. It's easy to think this is just a normal part of getting older, something you just have to put up with. But what if I told you that for many people, this isn't an inevitable decline? What if weak legs and those frustrating cramps could actually be a sign of something quite common? Something that might be missing from your body, and something you can do something about. It's a hidden issue, a silent deficiency that can creep up on us as the years go by, affecting our muscle strength and causing those aches and pains you might be experiencing. In this video, we're going to uncover this common deficiency and explore simple, practical ways you can address it to help build back strength in your legs and finally quiet those painful cramps. This isn't about complicated treatments or expensive solutions. It's about understanding what your body might be telling you and giving it what it needs. So, please, stay with me until the very end, because there's something I'll share that could truly surprise you and make a real difference in how your legs feel every single day. Let's start feeling stronger and more confident on our feet. So, what is this common culprit behind weak legs and those nagging cramps, especially as we get older? Well, it often comes down to a deficiency in something absolutely vital for our bodies, particularly for our muscles and nerves. I'm talking about vitamin D. Now, you might think of vitamin D mostly for strong bones. And yes, it's incredibly important for bone health because it helps your body absorb calcium, but its role extends far beyond just bones. Vitamin D is essential for muscle function. 2. Our muscle cells actually have vitamin D receptors, meaning they need this vitamin to work properly, to contract and relax efficiently, and to maintain their strength. When vitamin D levels are low, muscles can become weaker, leading to that feeling of heaviness or unsteadiness in your legs, and those painful muscle cramps, especially in your calves or feet. A deficiency can contribute to those as well, affecting how your nerves communicate with your muscles and disrupting the delicate balance of minerals needed for proper muscle contraction and relaxation. Think about it. If your muscles aren't getting the necessary signals or resources, they can become fatigued, weak, and prone to spasming. Now, why is vitamin D deficiency so common as we age? There are a few key reasons. One of the main ways our bodies make vitamin D is through sun exposure. When sunlight hits our skin, it triggers vitamin D synthesis. However, as we get older, our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases. Plus, many of us spend less time outdoors than we used to. Or we're more diligent about using sunscreen, which is important for preventing skin cancer. But it also blocks vitamin D production. Another factor is dietary intake. While some foods contain vitamin D, it's not naturally present in a wide variety of foods, making it challenging to get enough solely from what we eat. And then there's the issue of absorption. Sometimes, as we age, our bodies might not absorb nutrients as efficiently from food as they once did. So, you have this perfect storm: reduced production, often insufficient dietary intake, and potentially less efficient absorption, all contributing to lower vitamin D levels. It's estimated that a large percentage of older adults have insufficient or deficient vitamin D levels, often without even realizing it because the symptoms can be vague at first. That general tiredness, those aches, that feeling of weakness that's easily dismissed as just part of getting older. But recognizing that weak legs and cramps could be linked to a vitamin D deficiency is the first powerful step. It shifts it from being an unchangeable aspect of aging to a potentially solvable issue. So, what can we actually do about it? Let's start with the most natural source: sunshine. Getting safe. Sensible sun exposure is one way to help your body produce vitamin D. Now, I'm not suggesting you bake in the sun for hours without protection. Absolutely not. The goal is brief, regular exposure, especially during times of the day when the sun is stronger. But you need to be smart about it to avoid sunburn, which damages your skin. For many people, Just 10 to 15 minutes of direct sun exposure on bare skin, like your arms or legs. A few times a week during the late morning or early afternoon can be helpful. The exact amount varies depending on where you live, the time of year, your skin type, and even the time of day. The key is not to burn. Just a little bit of sun is usually enough to stimulate vitamin D production. Think about incorporating this into your daily routine. Could you have your morning cup of tea or coffee outside on your patio or balcony for a few minutes? Maybe take a short walk around the block when the sun is out, wearing short sleeves or shorts if the weather permits. Gardening is another wonderful way to get some sun exposure while doing something you enjoy. Even just sitting near a sunny window isn't the same, unfortunately, because the glass blocks the UVB rays needed for vitamin D production. It has to be direct sunlight on your skin. Pay attention to your skin and the sun's intensity. If your skin starts to turn pink, it's time to cover up or go inside. The goal is health benefits without the risks of excessive sun exposure. For those living in northern climates or during winter months when the sun is weaker and you're covered up, relying on sun alone isn't enough, and that's perfectly okay. It's just one piece of the puzzle, and there are other very effective strategies we'll talk about. Understanding the link between vitamin D and muscle function, and knowing that deficiency is common as we age, empowers us to take action. Safe sun exposure is a wonderful, natural way to start, but it's often not the only answer, especially for those in certain climates or with health conditions. Besides getting a little bit of sunshine when you safely can, what else can we do to ensure we're getting enough of this crucial vitamin to support strong legs and prevent those awful cramps? Well, what we eat plays a huge role, or at least it can contribute. While vitamin D isn't found naturally in a massive variety of foods, there are some excellent dietary sources, and incorporating these into your meals regularly can make a difference. Fatty fish are one of the best natural sources of vitamin D. Think salmon, mackerel, sardines, and tuna. Eating these fish a couple of times a week can give you a good boost. For example, a serving of cooked salmon can provide a significant amount of your daily vitamin D needs. If you're not a big fish eater, or simply want to increase your intake through diet, look for fortified foods. In many countries, common foods are fortified with vitamin D, meaning the vitamin is added during processing. These often include milk, both dairy and some plant-based milks, orange juice, breakfast cereals, and sometimes yogurt or margarine. Checking the labels on these products is a great way to see if they are fortified and how much vitamin D they contain per serving. Making a habit of choosing fortified versions of foods you already eat can be a simple way to increase your intake without making drastic changes to your diet. For instance, switching to fortified milk with your morning tea or coffee, or choosing a fortified cereal for breakfast, can add up over time. Another natural source, though in smaller amounts, is egg yolks and mushrooms that have been exposed to UV light. While you'd have to eat quite a few eggs or special mushrooms to meet your needs, every little bit helps. So, enjoying an omelet or adding UV-exposed mushrooms to your cooking can contribute. The key with diet is consistency, trying to include vitamin D-rich or fortified foods regularly, not just occasionally, is where you'll see the most benefit over time. It's about making small, sustainable changes to your eating habits. But sometimes, even with safe sunshine and focusing on dietary sources, it's still not quite enough to get your vitamin D levels where they need to be, especially if you already have a deficiency. This is particularly true for older adults. That's where vitamin D supplements can come into play. And for many, they are the most reliable way to ensure adequate intake. Vitamin D supplements are widely available and come in different forms, like capsules, tablets, or drops. The most common forms you'll see are vitamin D2 ergocalciferol and vitamin D3 cholecalciferol. Studies suggest that vitamin D3 is generally more effective at raising blood levels of vitamin D and maintaining them for longer, so it's often the preferred form. However, and this is crucial, it's really important to talk to your doctor before starting a vitamin D supplement and to determine the right dosage for you. They can test your blood levels of vitamin D to see if you are deficient or insufficient and recommend a dosage that is appropriate for your individual needs and health status. Taking too much of any vitamin can be harmful, and vitamin D is fat-soluble, meaning excess amounts are stored in the body rather than being flushed out, which can potentially lead to toxicity over time. Your doctor can also help you understand if any underlying health conditions or medications you're taking might be affecting your vitamin D levels or how your body uses it. They can also advise on the best way to take the supplement, sometimes suggesting it be taken with a meal containing fat to help with absorption. Another nutrient that works closely with vitamin D and is also crucial for muscle and nerve function is magnesium. While not a vitamin, magnesium is a mineral, and many older adults don't get enough of it either. Magnesium plays a role in activating vitamin D in the body and is directly involved in muscle contraction and relaxation. Low magnesium levels can also contribute to muscle cramps and weakness. So, ensuring you have adequate magnesium levels through diet foods like leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, or potentially a supplement again. After consulting your doctor can also support your muscle health and complement your efforts to improve vitamin D status. Addressing potential deficiencies in both vitamin D and magnesium under medical guidance can provide a powerful 1-2 punch against weak legs and cramps. Thinking about all of this, the role of vitamin D in muscle function, why we're often low as we age, and the ways we can improve our levels through sunshine, food, and potentially supplements can feel a bit overwhelming, but it's actually incredibly empowering. Knowing that those weak legs and painful cramps might not just be an inevitable part of aging, but potentially linked to a deficiency you can address, opens up a path to feeling better and maintaining your independence for longer. Imagine being able to walk further without your legs feeling heavy, or sleeping through the night without being jolted awake by a Charlie horse. That's the potential benefit of paying attention to your vitamin D status. We've talked about getting a little bit of safe sun exposure, focusing on dietary sources like fatty fish and fortified foods, and the important role supplements can play. Always emphasizing the need to talk to your doctor. It's so important to have your vitamin D levels checked by a healthcare professional. A simple blood test can tell you exactly where you stand. Based on your results, your doctor can recommend the best course of action, whether it's adjusting your diet, suggesting a specific dose of a supplement, or investigating if there are other factors at play. They can also help you set a goal for your vitamin D levels and monitor them over time to ensure you're on the right track. This personalized approach is key to safely and effectively addressing a deficiency. Many people who start taking steps to improve their vitamin D levels, often through a combination of diet, some sun exposure, and supplementation under medical guidance, report noticing a difference in their energy levels, muscle strength, and even a reduction in muscle cramps. It doesn't happen overnight. Of course, it takes time for your body's vitamin D levels to build up and for your muscles to respond. But consistency is key. Just making a conscious effort to include vitamin D-rich foods in your diet, trying to get outside safely, and if recommended by your doctor, taking a supplement regularly, are all positive steps. Don't underestimate the power of these seemingly small changes when done consistently. They can truly add up to a significant improvement in how you feel. Remember, this isn't about trying to turn back the clock to your 20s, but about optimizing your health and vitality right now. At this stage of your life, it's about giving your body the support it needs to function at its best. Weak legs and cramps can steal your confidence and limit your activities. But understanding the potential link to vitamin D deficiency and taking proactive steps can help you regain some of that strength and freedom. It allows you to focus on enjoying your life, participating in activities you love, and maintaining your independence. It's empowering to know that you have agency over aspects of your health that might have previously felt out of your control. So, if you've been experiencing weak legs, feeling unsteady, or suffering from muscle cramps, especially at night, consider asking your doctor about getting your vitamin D levels checked. It could be the crucial piece of the puzzle you've been missing. Taking that step, along with exploring the dietary changes and safe sun exposure we discussed, can set you on a path to feeling stronger and more comfortable in your own body. Don't hesitate to bring this up with your healthcare provider at your next appointment. They are there to help you navigate your health journey. I truly hope this information has been helpful and encouraging for you. It's easy to feel discouraged by physical challenges as we age, but there are often practical, actionable steps we can take to improve things. Knowing about the potential impact of vitamin D deficiency on muscle strength and cramps is the first step toward feeling better. If you found this video useful, or if it sparked some thoughts or questions for you, please share them in the comments below. I love hearing from you and learning about your experiences, and if you want more tips and information like this to help you live your best, most vibrant life at every age, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. It helps me know I'm providing content that's valuable to you and ensures you won't miss future videos. Remember, small changes really can make a big difference. Keep taking care of yourself. Stay curious and live your best life at every age.